Okay, so we're down here at the workshop with the new Ceyomur CY95. This is their latest and most expensive model, and it's solar powered. It also has the Wi-Fi, so you can view and control it. It's 4K and waterproof. Let's see what we've got in the box. We've got the usual accessories: cable, mounting bracket, mounting strap, and the camera itself, and of course the obligatory instructions. Now, this is slightly different shape because of the solar panel, which is quite large, so I'm hoping it will work quite well. It's sort of squatter than the previous models, but other than that, pretty much the usual quality. Yeah, so let's take a look inside. Right, so we've got your usual panel, and in here we've got backup batteries, where you can put backup batteries. You put 4 AA's in there. That's just to back up in case the solar doesn't work, but it has got its own quite large battery in there. And you've got QR codes there to scan and download the software that you can control the Wi-Fi with. Obviously there's all different iOS's there for Android and Mac and whatever. So you download that, and it's very simple, it's straightforward, it talks you through it. I'll show you that at the end. So let's get some batteries in there. I use these energizers. They recommend them, and for some reason they are really, really good. I don't know why. What's different about them? They're lithium, but I put them in the previous model, the 70, and they're still saying 100%, and I've done a lot of videoing with it. They really do last well. So they might be a little bit more expensive, but you don't get through hardly any. So they go in there. As I say, it's got its own built-in battery. So we can switch on to setup. It comes up there. And there it's telling you we've got what's it, about 90%. And that flashing is telling us that the solar panel is working. Let's see if we can scroll through. I haven't looked at the instructions as usual, so I don't really know what the buttons do, but they're pretty much self-explanatory. They're very much like the previous models. Just you need to scroll through to get into the menu. It doesn't actually say menu on here, so I'm just randomly pressing them. Right, there's the telling us what the battery backup is. That's 100%. That one's connecting your Wi-Fi, which it's just telling you all the information there. But that will happen automatically when you go through the software and the phone. That's going from video to camera. There we are, into the menu. So it's the top button. So we've got picture and video I'm taking there. I always like to try it on both. Your PIR interval sensitivity, time lapse, blah blah. Your infrareds, what happens if you've got low batteries at night. It stops filming, obviously. Monitoring period off. Side PIRs on. And what we got? Image size. Now I've got it up to at 20 meg. It's the highest. Taking one photo and a 30th shutter speed. The video I've set at 4K. Again, I like to try all the highest possibles on the first go out. English, you can set defaults, format it. Now you need to do that because this actually comes with an SD card, which is another unusual thing. So you need to format that before you start. Set your date and time, and again that's just telling you your battery power, what you've got left. time format, date stamp, beep sound. We'll turn that off because I don't like the beeps. If I can get back to it. I missed it now. Where are we going? Where are we? There we go. Beep. On or off. Turn it off. Press OK. Camera name, you can name it if you want to. Password, you can put that in if you want to. Your Bluetooth is on. Backlight is on for a minute. Firmware update if you need to. And that's about it, I think. So we're just about set up now. If we turn it off, we'll go and find somewhere to put it. And we'll set her up. Oh yeah, before we go, don't forget to take these covers off. They're on every bit and they stick to you like nobody's business. A little bit tricky to get off with fingers like pork sausages. But come off. Try not to scratch anything. There you go. So, let's have a quick look at the accessories. They're pretty standard that come with all of these trail cameras, but they did ask me how long I would like this, because I had commented that some of the ones were a bit short, and this one's actually 6 foot long, because I told them that in this country we've got some big old trees, and if you don't want to use the mount that you can screw to a tree, if you're out on the trail somewhere, you need a fair size cable or strap. Some of them that come are just big enough to put around a gatepost. This is the actual other mounting bracket. I use this at home a lot when I want to test them in my garden. I've got it screwed to a tree in my garden, so I can just literally go out, screw the camera to it, and I haven't got to worry about straps or anything like that, and you can position it wherever you like. You know, you can move it around. It's very flexible. It's a really useful addition, especially if you want to put it up in a permanent place. That's a really handy little gizmo. Comes with mounting screws as well. And then we've got your obligatory USB cable. Now, I think this is it's the same as all the others, but I think it's a USB-C, is it? Something like that. It's a little tiny, I don't know if you can see that, little sort of wide D shape. I'm pretty sure it's a C. Right, so let's see where that goes. Now that goes in the bottom there, and you use that for charging the internal battery. If you want to charge it before you put it out, obviously you need to, and that's where your SD card goes. It's a mini SD, and then there's a little light in there, you can't see it, that glows red when you're charging. So that's basically that. It's slightly heavier, I think, than the previous models, but I'm guessing that's because it's got a fairly substantial battery in there. So hopefully it will last quite well. And again, you've got the obligatory instructions, which comes in multitudinous languages. But they're, as I say, they're fairly straightforward. If you know anything about these cameras, or you've got one of these and you're upgrading, it's pretty standard. Got just about everything you could want to know in there. So, let's take a wander and see if we can find somewhere to put it. Let's go up the farm. Have a little look. It's not a bad day today. A little bit cloudy. And we've had quite a few showers. Over that way it looks a little bit ominous as well. So we might be lucky to get away without getting damp on this little trek up here. We're going to head for one of those cops. Not sure which one we'll go in. Yeah, cloud's coming. But yeah, we'll head for one of these wooded areas, see if we can stake this out somewhere on the edge, see what we get. Right, so I'm heading for that one just down to the left there. What's it going? We're going around the headland. And for some reason, I don't quite know why at the moment, the hemlock is absolutely thriving. Look at it. It's everywhere. I've never known it quite so good this year, or any year. I mean, it must be a good year for it this year. It's all over the place in this headland. Everywhere. Conditions must be just about right. It's just about to flower as well. So, let's see if we can find ourselves a tree. Now this is the one I've chosen. A, because it sticks out a little bit, so that hopefully the sun will catch the solar panel. And that's the only thing I'm slightly concerned about, that the solar panel is pointing forwards, which means you've got to point the camera into the sun. And obviously, generally when you're filming, you point the camera away from the sun. So I'm hoping we're not going to get too much in the way of lens flare, or not see what the subjects are because they're backlit. And this is just an example of what a good place to put that different type of mounting on, because the strap would never go around this beast. I can't even reach halfway around it with both arms. It's a monster. It's I think it's a chestnut. Let's have a look up and see. Yeah, it's a chestnut and it's a monster. I guess that's probably been there, I don't know, 150 years maybe. Big old beast. So that's why I've stuck it on the little one. And ironically, the smaller strap would have done this little stick quite nicely. But it's always nice to have a bit of extra strap, just in case. So we'll set it up there. Hopefully we'll capture something. Let's go and see what that little terrier's up to. He's disappeared. As we wander home. Where is he? There he is. Found something nice smelling. There he is. What are you up to, boy? What are you up to? Yeah, he's obviously smelt something nice in there. Right, so this is the outlook we've got. I'm pretty lucky that I've got my new workshop located here. Beautiful setting. Countryside all around. And as if by magic, I've left it for a week. And we'll go back and see what results we've got. So, we've locked up. And we'll head back up the field. It's even less like summer today. It's very windy and quite cold, and as you can see, the sky is pretty menacing. It looks like we might get a bit more of that rain, but I hope we'll get up there and back without getting damp. Right, we're nearly there. I hope it's still there. I hope no one's spotted it and had it away. But that is one good thing about it. It is quite small. And even though I've got it right on the edge of the field, or edge of the wood, it is quite discreet. I'm getting quite close and I can't actually see it yet. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, definitely still there. So, look all intact. Yep. Now what I'll do, I will try and demonstrate the Wi-Fi. Because what you can do, if that was up on, somewhere high and you had to get up a ladder to get it down, if you just wanted to check it, you can use the app. So you go to the app, open her up, click operate the Bluetooth, and you can see already the camera has been detected, although it's scanning and it will scan for another few seconds. click on the camera, click on turn on Wi-Fi. Now you've got to go out of this app into your settings, and there we go, into your settings, and connect to the Wi-Fi signal that it's there, the Ceyomur. Click on that. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this because I've forgotten the password. Try a random one. No, that's not it. Let's try again. No, it ain't having it. So we can't do that. Okay, I'll do it when we get back. I'll have to look the password up, and we'll see if we can do it once we're at home. So let's see if we can take this down. Turn it off first. It's obviously still working, which is a good thing. So the solar panel must have done its job. If that didn't, the batteries did. Let's undo all this strap. Trying to do this with one hand. I've got my phone in the other hand. That's it. Get rid of that. Have a little look at it. Make sure it's okay. Yeah, looks okay. Looks a little bit grubby, as if something might have rubbed up against it. But on the whole, yeah, looks pretty good. Completely unscathed. So, let's get back and see what we've got. Hopefully, we've got something. See, the grass looks a little bit odd. It's been weed killed, ready for the next crop. Right, we fast forwarded, we're back home. I'm going to show you how to do this Wi-Fi. Not that I ever use it, but some people might like to, so I'm going to show you how to do it. So you switch the camera either on or to set up. Obviously if it was up on a tree it would be on. Go to the app, click on the Bluetooth, wait for it to scan and find the camera, which it's done. See it there. Have to wait for it to count down. Click on the camera, click on the Wi-Fi. You can see it coming up on the camera, so it's obviously connected. Then go to your settings, onto your Wi-Fi, click on the Ceyomur, and that's it. Because I've already put the password in once, it's remembered it. You can set the password whatever you like. You just click on that and it's caught the camera, and that's what it's looking at. So there you go, that's simple. You can connect, alter all the settings that we had on the original screen, all from your phone. Everything that you need, you can adjust. You can also look on the camera to see if you've actually captured anything, which we obviously have. I haven't looked yet, so there's a lot of the stills, so we have got something. Then you click this button across to your videos. That's all your videos, and you can actually download these to your phone. I don't know how many it would take on your phone, depending on how big memory you've got. So you can take a few back with you. There you go. Get out of it. It undoes the Wi-Fi, and that's it. Done. So let's get upstairs, get it on the computer, and we'll have a look. I'm going to start with the images, the stills first, and then go on to the videos. So here we go. We got quite a few false triggers, but I don't know if that's because the grass was very or quite long, so it would have or could have quite easily have set it off. As you can see here, there's some hairs on here, and the quality is pretty good. I'm very impressed, and this is what I was afraid of, the lens flare. This was late on in the afternoon, I think, but at night obviously it doesn't matter. Again, we've got a badger in the background there, I don't know if you can just see it. I'm pretty impressed with the quality of the images. The PIR was set sensitivity to medium, so we could make it more sensitive or drop it down to make it less sensitive, but then you risk missing things. I'd rather have a few false hits and capture everything. Quite a nice one there of a hare. Again, here we go with the lens flare. This is just gone 5 in the afternoon. Little fox there. Hare with its back to us first thing in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. And that was me trying to sort out the Wi-Fi, which obviously I couldn't. And that was me setting it up and walking away. Again, there's that lens flare, and this was because it was in the afternoon. Now that was something hitting the camera, so that was why it looked a bit scuffed. I don't know what it was, but it walked under it. I'm guessing with it being low, it was either a fox or a badger, I would think. Too tall for a deer. Well, not tall enough for a deer. There's a badger in the background. You can only just see it. I don't know if that could have been the PIR focusing a bit further up, really, I think, ideally. Well, not the PIR, the LEDs could have been pointing up a little bit more. I think that's a pheasant, another hare. A little troop of deer. The quality is pretty good. It's supposed to be 4K. How you tell, I do not know, but I'm pretty impressed. It's as good, if not better. Well, it is better, obviously, than the CY90, which I was very impressed with in the first place. That was the best one I've had so far. Little squirrel there. Hares at night. Had the grass not been quite so long, obviously would have got a bit better. And so yeah, the grass has been, that's one thing I didn't catch. I don't quite know why. There was a massive great machine came through and sprayed it all, but I didn't catch it on the camera for some reason. I don't quite know why that was. But it's they're getting ready to plant the new crop, so they've just killed off the old grass that's growing. These two are quite inquisitive. We've got a lot of deer up there. Hares again, there's quite a few of them around. We didn't get quite as much variety this time. We got badger, fox, hare, deer. Didn't get any rabbits. Not many birds. Oh, we got a pheasant. But it was only up there for, I say it was a week. It was actually 6 days. So ordinarily I'd leave things up there for much longer. But I wanted to get this video done and tested. Let me get that lens flare again in the afternoon. Ah, Foxy Loxy. Overall, I'm impressed. I think there are improvements to be made, like they could have put a swivel mount on the top for the solar panel so that you can point the camera wherever you want and point the panel towards the sun, so you don't have to have them both pointing the same direction. But that's another thing for another, another model. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that, and I can certainly recommend it. We'll catch you on the next one.